Hello everybody, this is My Hero Mania, and I'm going to do a series on PvP. Alright, so the end game is pretty easy. You log on, and then you just play the series. You can pick a villain. That, people have asked, you bring your status, hit points all the way down to 0, and then you do the red, and then stay on the red, and then you're a villain. Sit, where you get your quirks. Change your quirks. This is easy if you're spawning at the hero. Once you go out, you go left, stay on that road. As the road kind of separates, go to the right. That building is where you do the quirk change. Go inside the door, go straight. There's going to be a guy, he's a doctor. Click on the guy, and he's going to say some words, and there you go. Alright, so I'm not going to make this one long video. I'm just going to make this short. Now, I have maxed out. I am done with the endgame. Unless they change endgame, do something, I am maxed out. I am 220. I have everything that I need. I did this with legendaries. I ended up with cremation because it is the easiest one to farm. You go fast enough, you speed them up, you gather them, and then you blast them. However, PvP kind of works like that. Cream is really good, but we're not going to talk about cream. We're going to talk about engine. Engine is a rare. Engine is something that anybody will eventually get if they have enough. You know, this one I actually got on my second spin. Alright, so I'm going to spend a little time talking about an engine. Alright, engine is really simple. Doesn't have a lot of skills. Its first skill is a dash kick. In fact, all its attacks are kind of kick based. So its first skill, it goes fast and it kicks you. Its second skill, let's go through them. So, it's rocket kick. Boom! There you go. Its second skill, knockdown. That's just a slash. That actually does pretty good damage. Its third one. This is a AoE, so if there's some people within its area of damage, the better. Where it lands does the most damage. Boom. It's like it's a AoE. It's kind of like OFA's the Detroit Smash. Kinda. Not that much. Number 4, Steam Marathon. That's the skill that I like, right? Number 5, Receive Pro Burst. Alright, this right here, that gives you some flames coming out. Because at the back of his legs are engines. Yep. Now, if you look at his stats really quick, that actually gives you 800 for your speed boost. Now also, what gives you boost, 800, is if you hit E. As you can see with E, that's his attachment. Some people put your gauntlets there, some people put swords there. This game right away says, hey, we're going to give you these, you don't have to get them. And if you get skill 5, you get 800. We hit E. Now you got smoke coming out of there. That gives you 300. So now we look at the stats. 800, 300. You have 1100 speed. Yes. So what does 1100 speed look like? Fast. Okay. Why is that important? Let's turn that off or he'll look like he is burning. Okay. Why is that important? Because this guy's strength comes from the damage and the speed. Oh, I forgot to say, the damage actually comes from the two things that I talked about. Right? So, what you have is an individual that the multiplier for the damage comes from the speed and its strength. Right? So the higher those are, the kicks are going to hurt more. Now, what you have to consider is that it's a rare, so it's not going to be that strong. So this is what you have to consider. For in-game, it sucks because it can only do one at a time. It can't do what cremation do. It can't do what the other legendaries do. It can't do that. But in PvP, where it's one-on-one, it's going to do pretty good. Now, it can't one-shot them when they're at full health. It can't one-shot OFA when it's at full cow. But what this thing can do is it can run fast. It can use skill 4. It can, like, chop them down. And then it could jump up, smash them, and it can run. So that's kind of like the short preview of this guy. But it takes skill, right? You run fast, they can't catch you. You can target a guy from like across the room. They don't know that you're coming. You run fast, they can't escape. They try to move to the side. You move to the side, and you time it where you're slashing them. You look around, you see a bunch of individuals that you can hurt. Because remember, if you're on a team and you're red, and there's some red and there's some blue, you're not going to hurt the blue. You're only going to hit the red, for instance. So this guy is good for PvP. He is one of the rares that I don't know if the developers said, hey, for PvP, Engine's going to do good. Engine right now is good. People going into PvP, they're taking their in-game and they're saying, this is what I'm going to use. Now, this is what you're saying, right? This is what you're saying. You're actually seeing people saying Engine is broken because he's doing a lot of damage. I've won free-for-alls, okay? I've kept people from winning other modes. I've been the Juggernaut, and the Juggernaut's already fast, and I've mowed people down. Now, the thing about him that's a downfall is he's not strong. Rares can't be strong. That's not how they're designed. They're not strong. So, here is the conclusion of an engine. If you want something that's going to survive, you're going to want their energy to be high. This is probably the preferred way to stat them. And I'm just doing this from a fully 220. Strength and speed, do it decently enough where it's low. 100 is probably the most if you're at a max of like 220, right? Your defense at 100, now the plus 20, plus 10, plus 20 are the accessories that you would buy like at the shop. The 795, I did that because I wanted my energy high enough to where I can use skill 5 and I can use my engines without having them to recharge. They do eventually have to recharge, but not for that long. You want as most damage as you can all the time. And even with that, it's not going to do a lot of damage, but he's going to do enough to where the other person is going to be shocked. They're going to be shocked. They're going to be like, what the hell happened? And then you're going to run away. That's the great thing about this. PvP, one-on-one, what happens is people are shocked. Now what you got to do is you can't run straight into a person or OFA, the winged dude, cremation. They're going to get you, right? They're going to get you. And legendaries have a way of killing you. But they shoot straight. That's their thing. That's how they get people, is they shoot straight. But if you're fast, and the way how legendaries get you is they know that you have to stat your character the same way that they stat characters, but they're more powerful. But if there is a quirk that has a right of way advantage, it puts them in a situation where they're like, oh, I'm in a danger zone. And when you have a legendary player kind of putting some haterade on you, it's strange. So that's kind of like what I'm saying about an engine. Not a legendary, doesn't put a lot of damage on a person, but can one-shot a person if their HP isn't high, or can take a higher HP person and bring it down halfway. They kill you. You come back in 5 seconds, target that person, take them out. Alright, see you guys in the next video.